All right, let's get straight to it. 2025 was the year artificial intelligence stopped being an experiment and started behaving like a graduate level operator. Now, what changed happened faster than any technology shift in human history. Today, we're going to break down what actually happened and what it means for you in 2026. Okay, so let's just dive right in. The story of AI in 2025, it's not about some slow, steady progress. No, we are talking about a seismic shift in its fundamental role. Think about it like this. An entire decade of predicted advancement got compressed into just 12 short, brutal, transformative months. At the start of the year, most serious professionals were right to dismiss AI as just a clever toy, a helper maybe, but totally unreliable for the complex, novel problems where the real money is made. But by the end of the year, that assumption wasn't just wrong, it was completely shattered. The tool became a thinking system. Look, this is probably the clearest way to frame it. The AI went from being that intern you give simple, repetitive tasks to a core member of the team, fully capable of independent, high-level strategic work. That right there, that's the quantum leap we are analyzing today. So, how do we prove this wasn't all just hype? I mean, for years, AI benchmarks were kind of a joke. They were easy to game, easy to memorize. Skeptics, and rightly so, argued it was all just fancy pattern matching, not real reasoning. So, to silence the critics and prove this change was the real deal, the world needed a new, much, much harder test. And that test was called Humanity's Last Exam. And trust me, this was not a trivia night. This thing was an ungoogleable gauntlet of problems. We're talking fields like medieval Hebrew and thermal chemistry. It was designed to be impossible to solve with just memorization. It forced the AI to reason from the ground up, from first principles, which is the ultimate proof of intelligence. And in early 2025, well, the results confirmed what every critic believed. A score right around 0. The best models on the planet were basically just guessing randomly. It was the smoking gun, proof that they couldn't really think. But then, by the end of the year, something absolutely unprecedented happened. That score jumped from 0 to 37%. Now look, 37% might not sound like an A+, but on a test this punishing, that is equivalent to operating at a PhD level of reasoning. That's a 9-fold improvement in raw reasoning capability in just a matter of months. So here's the crucial point. This was not incremental progress. This was a phased change. And it represents a pace of intelligence improvement that we as humans simply cannot biologically match. It's a whole new ballgame. But the story didn't just stop at raw intelligence. The common assumption was that a smarter AI would just feel colder, more robotic, more alien. But what happened was the exact opposite. It developed what felt like a personality, and because of that, its usefulness in the real world absolutely exploded. I mean, look no further than the massive public outcry when OpenAI replaced the friendly old GPT-4 with the more professional GPT-5. People were genuinely mourning its loss. They missed its cheerful, encouraging personality, what some people called its sycophancy, its tendency to always agree and cheer you on. We actually formed an emotional attachment to a machine. Wild. And this just perfectly illustrates its new utility. There was this viral story of a guy changing his BMW's oil for the very first time. The AI watched everything through his phone's camera, it identified the exact 17mm wrench he needed, gave him step-by-step guidance in real time, and even reminded him of crucial details like, hey, put the drain pan down first, and don't forget to replace the O-ring. It became a patient, all-knowing expert tutor right in his pocket. And this is the bottom line, the thing you have to understand. AI is no longer a passive tool you use to find information. It has become an active supervisor that watches, corrects, and guides you through complex tasks, even in the physical world. This is a profound shift in its function. So that was the foundational shift of 2025. But what does all this mean for the immediate future? Let's look forward. Here are 5 critical predictions for 2026. First up, physical robotics finally take center stage. I want you to forget the clumsy scripted machines of the past. We're talking about agents like Figure 03, powered by this new intelligence that can actually clean your house, do the dishes, fold the laundry, and the critical part is they can now adapt in real time and recover from mistakes, like if you move an object they were reaching for. The era of useful physical automation is finally here. Second, and this is a serious threat for every single operator out there, the complete destabilization of identity. AI can now generate what are called synthetic identities. These are fully realized people with years of online history, family photos, even live video calls who simply do not exist. This is going to fundamentally break our legacy systems of trust and verification. Mark my words, 2026 will be the year the first high-profile court case completely collapses because a key witness is proven to be nothing more than a sophisticated AI fabrication. Our entire legal and verification framework is completely unprepared for this reality. Third prediction, the keyboard is on its deathbed. For the vast majority of tasks, typing is just a slow, inefficient bottleneck. We are moving rapidly toward a voice-first society where interacting with our entire digital world is as natural and as fast as speaking. Typing will soon become a specialized skill, kind of like coding or calligraphy. Now, on a more hopeful note, prediction 4 is a revolution in healthcare. AI-driven simulation can now test millions of potential chemical compounds in a matter of weeks, a process that used to take scientists a decade. We expect AI to compress drug development timelines by up to 70%. That means bringing cures for rare diseases to market at a speed we once thought was impossible. And finally, we have to anticipate the backlash. 2026 is going to be the year of hate for AI. The cultural fear of job displacement will hit a fever pitch, and frankly, people are getting tired of the internet being flooded with low-quality AI junk. Expect a major tech resistance movement to emerge, and it's going to create significant friction for adoption. So that's the landscape. We've got an exponential leap in capability, a tidal wave of practical uses, and a coming set of massive societal shocks. It leaves every serious operator with one critical question. How do you navigate this new reality to your advantage? This analogy, it frames the current moment perfectly. There's this chaotic gold rush mentality to implement AI everywhere, right? From your email to your toaster. Some of these applications are going to be transformative and create billions in value, but most of them, they're going to be a complete miss. The strategic advantage is knowing the difference. And this leads us to the core thesis for 2026. As the world gets more and more fast, automated, and synthetic, an enormous premium gets placed on what is real: authentic human judgment, genuine relationships, in-person connection. These things now carry a trust premium that no machine can replicate. This is the single most important strategic insight for the coming year. In a world of infinite synthetic content and automated interaction, your most valuable, your most defensible assets will be authentic human connection and verified undeniable reality. Look, you cannot figure this new landscape out alone. The advantage belongs to operators who are building with proven frameworks and collaborating with people who are actually in the trenches. We've built a private community for this exact purpose. It's got a resource library of workflows and prompts, exclusive how-to guides, a network of tech-forward entrepreneurs, and live Q&A sessions. It's time to get serious. Join us at school.com/techtony and start building the future of your business today.